So this is integrating Sensor Controller Studio project to BLE CCS project. So I have created a custom CCS project from Simple Peripheral and name it Simple Moisture. For Bluetooth service, I reuse the pot service and rename it to Moisture service. So create a folder for your sensor controller files. New folder, and then set the output directory. So I already set it to. Okay, there. So there's the output files. So okay, so we can reuse the C functions at simple potentiometer. Just rename it. So what we need is start moisture gas and stop. So when there's Bluetooth connection, we're going to start the moisture task, and when there is no Bluetooth connection, we're going to stop the moisture task. So we just copy here. So okay, so we add the include search path for the sensor controller LP folder. So go to properties, include options. So just go to add workspace directory. Moisture. Okay, and then open the documentation here. So okay, so just copy this. For init sensor controller init. Okay, to init. So init we need to add this zip start RTC now. So this uh, um, sets the interval for the execution code. So at the Simple Lake Academy, when you set this to hexadecimal 10000, so the interval is 1 second. So we want to set the interval to 5 seconds. So we just set it to hexadecimal 50000. So you don't need to divide this by anything. To start the task, we call this stop the task. Okay, we call this sip start task. So here, sip stop. Okay. Okay, continue. So here at the task alert callback, we set the correct ID. And then change this to moisture analog. And then we dot put. Okay, so then we so okay. Then we call sensor controller init at simple moisture init. Okay here. Then we call sensor controller start moisture task at gap role connected when there is Bluetooth connection here. And then we call sensor controller stop moisture task at when you intentionally when there's no Bluetooth connection. And then here when it's out of range. Stop. Oh, sorry. Should be stop. Okay. Good. Okay, so continue. So we handle the event post here. So we handle the event post for SBP SC task event. So here, if events. Okay, so code review. So when there's Bluetooth connection, we start the moisture task, which will first execute the initialization code, and then we'll schedule execution code the execution code after a interval of 5 seconds. And then here at the execution code, it will read the moisture sensor. So if the moisture sensor value is less than threshold, it will alert the main CPU. And then it will schedule again the execution code after 5 seconds. So this will continue to execute the execution code. So at a set interval of 5 seconds until we stop the task. So at main application, so okay. So at main application, so we handle the alert from sensor controller, and then we save the moisture value to moisture analog and then post an event. So which will be handled at main task. So here, and then we'll process that event. You go to here, and then we set parameter to um, moisture data characteristics, and we set the moisture analog value. So I will rebuild all and then flash the X file to CC264 out of Launchpad. Okay, so this is the setup. It is coin cell powered and already connected to the light blue app. I also enabled notification, and the soil moisture sensor is deep at water to simulate that the soil is wet. I'm going to lift the soil moisture sensor to simulate that the soil is dry. And then I receive notification. So this notifies you that the soil is dry. I dip it again to the water and there's no more notification. I lift it again and I receive notification. So it works.